Gone 15 minutes after 5, smack on the dot right here on PM News. In case you have missed it, well, the 5-month-long platinum sector strike that shook South Africa's economy has finally come to an end. This as AMCU President Joseph Mathunjwa addressed mine workers at the Royal Bafokeng Stadium in Rustenburg. Mathunjwa read out a complex agreement ironed out in lengthy and detailed negotiations over the past 5 months. The agreement covers 3 years and involves all 3 platinum producers, back pay, living out allowances and medical allowance. Also negotiated was the assistance with expired work permits of expatriate workers. Significant increases varying from 4.5% to 8% have been ironed out. The remaining issues such as detailed conditions of employment remain to be ironed out by task teams. And of course, for a month, there will be food supplement, transport from Anglo American and Financial advice will also be available. And Mathunjwa thanked everyone and of course thanked all those international supporters who have been giving them support. And of course, to talk about this right now, we are having here in the studio Mr. Boyce Hlatsheni, who is Director of Mvelo Media. And of course, good afternoon to you and thank you very much for coming.
Good afternoon to you and to the listeners. Yes.
Tell us about what you think about the agreement that has been reached right now.
I think first I'd like to congratulate Mr. Mathunjwa, AMCU, for finally reaching a settlement on the strike. This is a victory for labor, the labor market in South Africa. It talks to how progressive our democracy is in terms of transforming the economy. I think it's a victory not only for this phase of our economy, but I think it's showing progress in our economy.
The strike has really crippled the South African economy. I mean, for 5 months, the longest running strike in the country. How do you think actually in general terms the economy has been affected?
Well, we've seen a contraction in the second quarter of 2014 of a negative 0.6% in the GDP growth, and with the mining sector contributing close to 5% in 2013, to the overall South African GDP, I think there has been a direct influence on the negative growth of our GDP. But then again, you realize that because strikes and the minerals that as a result outputs of mining have not been produced at levels where they're supposed to be produced, we've now run short of materials so that we can benefit beneficiation in the country, so that we're able to manufacture products that will be sold to both locally and the global markets.
So what does this mean for platinum as a mineral in as far as trading is concerned? Because you remember earlier they had declared a force majeure and all that. So how is the recovery in the platinum sector going to be reached?
I think South Africa has to do a very good job in promoting the country again, because what has happened is that global markets have started looking into other markets for the supply of these minerals. And as a result, we now need to go back and make sure that we are also competitive and that we can ensure these markets that we're able to supply the minerals, as there has been a shortage in the past months.
All right, Boyce Hlatsheni giving us his view there about the platinum strike that has come to an end, and workers are going back to work on Wednesday, and of course the agreement will be signed tomorrow. And to talk about this, let's now have